Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing a video in collaboration with the Millennial Cowgirl magazine. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's really awesome. They have lots of just show and horse related tips and tricks and articles and whatnot, but you'll see a little bit of everything in there, and it's a really cool magazine, so definitely go check them out. I will link the article down in the description. But I went ahead and this is going to be an all-around look. Since most of my all-around looks are usually more toned down or brown tones or whatever, I decided to do something really dramatic today. You can definitely switch this look up and do browns or blacks or blues or pinks or whatever you want to do. It's just a very simple technique, but you can make it really colorful or make it more neutral if you really wanted. So anyways, obviously I went with a bold look. I hope you guys like it, and let's get into the video.
So to start off, I go in and prime for any event that I really want my makeup to last forever. So obviously horse shows. I have dry skin, so I'm going in with more hydrating products. So I start off with the Urban Decay Gripping Primer and then go in with the Stila Pore Filling Primer. I'm going to link everything down below because I don't know the exact names of everything. And then I went in with the Too Faced Hangover Spray just because I was feeling really extra dry this day. Then I like to go in with some concealer and spot conceal so I don't have to use as much foundation. I'm not into really heavy makeup. I like it to look very full coverage without feeling full coverage. So I go in and spot conceal, and then over top of that I go in with my favorite foundation. My favorite is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I really like that it's high coverage and looks really natural on the skin. So I go in and apply it with a brush, and then I go over it with a sponge just to absorb any excess product and help it all sink in. Then I like to go in and conceal under my eyes and down the center of my face. This concealer is about a shade or two lighter than my foundation, so it's going to help conceal any darkness under my eyes, which I don't have a ton of, but more so it's going to help brighten and add dimension to your face. When you go in with a foundation, it really makes it look all like one slate. It blanks everything out, but you want to go back and add some dimension. So I do that. Then I go in with the Hourglass Veil powder. Oh my gosh, I always use this powder, especially under my eyes, because it's super smoothing, and I pack it on under the eyes and then go in with a fluffy brush all over the face. Then I always go in and do something with my brows. I'm a freak about my brows, so I always have to do them, but I really would recommend doing something to your brows just to give them some shape, and it helps with the eyeshadow when you go in and put eyeshadow on. Then I did this off camera, kind of forgot to show it, but I went in with that same concealer that I used on my face, and I carved out my brows, but then I also put it on my eyelid. And then I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. So first I went in on a big fluffy brush with the color Perfectionist. Then I went in and on more of a precise brush and used the color Next. It was the color Next. And then I go in with a very small, precise brush to help blend that out. And then right here, I'm going in with the color Crazy, which is the darkest kind of reddish brown color in the palette. This definitely turned out a little bit more red than I was expecting. I thought they'd be a little bit more brown toned, but here we are. So every time I go in and blend out, I always go back in with my darkest shade and add more dimension, because naturally when you blend, it's going to disperse that pigment a little bit more. So you always want to go back in and redefine. And then I like to go in with a bright shade on the lid. So I did a little mixture of two of the lightest kind of glitter shades. I forget what they're called right now, but I will link them on the screen and you'll have a little pictorial thing to look at. But anyway, so I went in with those, and then I went in with the color Empowered, which is the red shimmery shade right on the center. Then I did just the dark shade Crazy on my lower lash line and blended that out. And then those same glittery shades on the inner corner. And then this is my face highlighter. It's the Mary Luminizer. So I did just a little bit of this on my brow. I'm doing some wing liner. This is the Stila liner. I love this one. And then you saw me do one of my favorite little tricks is if you already have your foundation on and you want that more crisp line on your eyeshadow, just go in with some loose powder and a really, really packed, dense brush and make a line out of that, if that makes sense. You kind of saw me do it, but anyways, if you're going to go with something dramatic, really make sure that you go in with a liner on the inside of your eye where the lash band is, so that you don't see any difference between your skin and your eyes, if that makes sense. Then I went in with a very light coat of mascara, and I'm going in with my Show Life lashes from Pookie Lashes. I have a 10% off code with them. It's horseshowbeauty. I really like their lashes. I use them all the time. So that's what I did. Now going back to the face, I am contouring. I absolutely 100% think contouring is a necessity for horse shows. I am using the Kat Von D powder. It's the lightest one in the palette, and I super heavily contour with a really dense brush, and then I go in and bronze and just blend it out with that. So this is the Becca bronzer in Capri Coast and a big fluffy brush, and I put this everywhere. And then I'm using the Ciate blush. I will leave the name down in the description because I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I'm not a huge blush person, so I don't use a lot, but to each their own. Then I went in and sprayed my face with the Iconic London. It's the, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the illuminating mist, I want to say. And I'm going in with a Nars lip pencil, which I will also leave the name of down in the description. But I always go in with lip liners, especially with a dark lip, to help define my lip line, and it makes it way easier when you go in with your liquid lip. This is Anastasia Sad Girl. It's a super rich, dark color, but it has a little shimmer in it that is just beautiful. So I always do that. I go in with some concealer just to tidy up the edges, and then this right here was just my bottom lash mascara.
Alright everybody, this is the finished look. I really hope you like it and see how you could use it all day and all around, going from English to Western or vice versa. I really like how it came out. Again, more dramatic than my past looks, and I am a sucker for this lip. I've had it for so long and I love it so much, so hopefully you guys do too. Thank you again to Liz from Millennial Cowgirl for reaching out to me to collaborate on this. I'm super excited to see how it turns out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!